boys in blue are back.
Back!
We're back, baby!
Yelinich, he finishes that shot! And another save! Matt Freed!
Welcome to another episode of the City Boys.
Welcome to another episode of the City Boys Show. I'm Javier. This is Danny.
What is up?
What is going on? I know nobody asked, but let's talk about our league game.
Ooh.
Not NYCFC, but our outside league game.
New York City footy.
Yeah.
We're a part of that.
Got crushed again.
Got crushed. Well, last week we won, so that was exciting. Came back. It was tough. 6-1 loss.
You counted 6?
We counted 6.
I thought we lost by 5.
We did. 6 minus 1.
No, I thought it was like 5-1.
No,
Yo,
6-1.
if there was like betting lines for our games, hit the over, boys. We are gonna get dominated.
But we're coming with the new strategy next week. We've been working with the coach. It's gonna work out. We're gonna get better.
Let's not push it.
What else is going on with you? You know what I forgot to talk about last week that I wanted to touch on with our fans?
Fans, listeners,
Viewers. That's a better word.
Yeah, they're not really
they're not really fans. They got nothing else to listen to. If you have not seen K-pop Demon Hunters, go watch some K-pop Demon Hunters. That movie has bangers, bro.
Nah, the songs are catchy as hell. I'm not gonna lie.
Now I remember I was gonna wear my shirt today to advertise.
You bought a shirt?
I bought a shirt off TikTok. That's how much of a fanboy I am, bro.
All right, you're pushing it, bro.
No, bro.
It's a great show, a movie, but I wouldn't push it like that. To buy a shirt,
Bro.
You know, it's like 3 girls. Like you're rocking 3 girls on your shirt.
It's a fire shirt, bro. I'm gonna wear it next week. You gonna see this shirt, banger after banger on that album, bro.
Nah,
I've never seen a movie that I've watched where the entire soundtrack is a hit, and it's not just me, bro. They have 3-4 songs on the top 100 songs.
That's because those K-pop songs go hard no matter what. Globally, it's crazy.
I like to point out the Saja Boys, who are the bad guys.
You're really getting knee deep in
okay,
this.
all right, but just throwing this out there. The Saja Boys, who are a fake boy band, K-pop boy band in the movie, and are the bad guys, are now the most streamed K-pop boy band.
They're not even real.
They're not even real, and they beat BTS for their song Soda Pop. Or I think it was Your Idol, actually. Your Idol.
I'm your soda pop. I'm your soda. Yo, my daughter loves it. She's like, can you play the soda pop song?
Go watch it, homies. It's
watch
worth it. Netflix. It's free.
Before they go watch it, we got an MLS All-Star game. Are you watching it? I know you're not. This is like me just asking to see if other people want to talk about MLS. Maybe somebody else. Are you guys watching MLS All-Star, or is it a dub?
I think it's a dub.
But it's a dub for you. You don't like soccer.
I do
think you
like
just
soccer.
like playing soccer.
No, I like soccer, but our boys aren't in it.
No, that is one thing. I agree. None of our guys got in.
I don't even think Matt Freese got in.
That was a travesty. How do you have the starting goalkeeper for the U.S. men's national team not starting on your MLS All-Star team?
That just shows that the people who vote for this don't know ball. You don't know ball because Freese should have been there. And we've been telling you this from the beginning of the season. We told you this last season. But they only watch LAFC. They watch LA Galaxy.
It should
not put the ratings impact the stars, and it shouldn't be that way.
No, one thing I want to say is, should Messi be starting this MLS All-Star game?
Bro,
He got the votes, but should he be starting?
Bro, do you know how many goals he has this season?
No. Not like does he deserve it, but like, will he actually show up, and should he show up is what I'm saying.
I mean, should he show up? Yes. Will he show up? Definitely not. Your boy is gonna...
there's a ramification if he doesn't show up. If he doesn't show up, he can't play the first league's game when they're back from the MLS All-Star game.
You think he cares?
But you know what? This is the problem. This is why I can't stand Messi anymore. I didn't care about him, whatever. The only thing I didn't like about him, he's from Argentina. He beats our team all the time, Colombia. But like what I don't like is this guy is not the face of the league, and they made him the face of the league, but he does nothing to really contribute to this league other than sell out stadiums, which is a good thing. Yes, it's a good thing he sells out stadium, but he's not showing that he cares.
Yes.
Like if like he could make this brand even huger if he like was invested in it. Like you saw him talking to the media, but he doesn't do any of that. So he's not
Yeah.
contributing anything, and it's just like, oh yeah, he's here, but then once he's gone, that's it. Nobody's
Yeah.
gonna care. It's like he could have made this league feel more important, but you just don't get that vibe from him.
I mean, but he really cares about Lay's chips. You see those commercials all the time.
Michelob? Yo, I
Michelob
never.
Ultra.
Michelob came out of nowhere. Like, nah, we're gonna start advertising like crazy. Messi, you my guy. My guy doesn't even know how to say Michelob.
I think I also saw him on a Lowe's commercial last week.
Oh, dude, yeah,
I was like, that's
he definitely
crazy.
doesn't know what a Lowe's is. He be wildin'. He's on like, I think he's on like 3 different beer ones, because I think he's on another crazy beer
I
one.
think I
that-
saw him on a Corona one. Wasn't he?
He might be on Heineken too. This guy, he's probably made so much advertising money doing.
So much money, bro. But I agree. I don't think he's doing much for the league. I mean, I think people are watching some games, but I don't know if it's going to have long-term effects for us. Maybe even hurts us, because I think, you know, Messi is the reason. Apple TV might have been the reason we got Messi, or vice versa. And now all the games are on Apple TV, which I think is really hurting it. That's the only way to watch games, because Apple TV, outside of soccer, releases really good television shows, and no one talks about them except for
Yeah, you're right.
what's that show on?
The one with Seth Rogen. Severance, yeah.
Severance is like a hit, but it's crazy because like I look at the MLS documentary that came out. I watch other shows that aren't Severance, like Shrinking, or a few others that I watch that I can't think of. But like I feel like, yo, if this was on Netflix, everyone would be talking about this.
That's true.
So I think
I think we partnered with the wrong folks.
Exactly. Got a
But they're the
Netflix
only people who
contract.
took us.
I know.
Netflix is really starting to get into it, because now they're doing the boxing.
and they did wrestling. I just got a notification that Raw was happening.
Yeah, they do wrestling now too.
Yeah, so get some MLS, bro. We in there.
By the way, talking about the Apple deal, Seattle Sounders, they just got a local broadcasting deal. So this is going to be interesting. So I don't know if it's already starting to branch out a little bit, but I know there's something with the Seattle Sounders and being able to broadcast to a local like network, which is crazy.
Bro, we start a local network. and we do a
hire
GoFundMe.
Ian Paul
Get
Joy.
Ian Paul Joy back.
And we're back, baby.
That'll be
Yes
fire.
Network 2.0.
Yeah, and then when there's no MLS games, we just showed old. There's no game on. We just show old soccer games. All the
NYCFC games?
or this podcast. You just have this podcast on repeat 22 hours
ratings
a
are
day.
gonna crash hard.
I don't know what they showed on the Yes Network when there weren't games, bro.
Michael K interviewing Derek Jeter from 20 years ago. Oh, all right. We've talked enough.
Yeah.
NYCFC
Go watch
versus,
K-pop Demon Hunters,
versus Sporting Kansas City. Initial thoughts when you saw the lineup?
Well, what we heard right before the game was that Hannes Wolf caught an injury. And so knowing that Hannes Wolf wasn't going to be on the game was tough, you know? As we know, Hannes Wolf has been like the number 1 goal contributor in the past like 10 games. And so losing Hannes Wolf was a big ask. But also, you know, this is, in context, 3 games within 7 days. They played last Saturday, played Wednesday, and then the Wednesday before that. So, like Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday, actually. And so then you thought, okay, well, you definitely aren't going to have everyone that you usually have on it. But they had a pretty strong squad. You know, Tavon Gray, Thiago Martins, Hack, O'Toole, Johnny Shore. We got to see him back on the pitch, which was nice. O'Neal, Maxi, Fernandez, Martinez, and Perea. So we put Perea on the left, which we've seen him there before. And I think it was the game where Santi didn't play against the Red Bulls last year. And I think we put Pereira there. And that's when we scored like 5 goals.
Yes. Yes, that game we exploded on them. But yes, I think you're right. Perea started on the wings that game, if I'm not mistaken.
And Pereira again on the wing. I thought he did very well for
I saw
the
before
time
the
being.
game, people weren't feeling Perea on the wings.
I get that. I get that. I think the problem is Perea. One, I think what we're learning is that Perea is much more better on the offense than on the defense. I think when he's playing in the midfield, you see a Perea who doesn't know where to be. But in this like left wing position, when he's further up, he just has like the hustle and he has the like athletic ability to like drive that ball forward. Sometimes I think the problem with him in these left wing positions or like these attacking positions is like he doesn't always find the right it takes him too long to find the right opportunity, and by the time he gets the pass off, it's a little too late.
Got it.
And those windows closed. But I think for someone who doesn't play that position consistently, he's strong there as like a sub.
Well, I guess that's my question. If you see him, okay, maybe like a sub, should they have started Ojeda?
I mean, who else are you starting?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, you mean Perea?
No, Ojeda over Perea is what I'm saying, because I think Ojeda had a lot of minutes to game prior, though, if I'm not mistaken. So that could be the reasoning for not wanting the sub.
Yeah.
But yeah, interesting choice at Perea. I mean, obviously it paid off. We'll talk about that. But the other interesting about this starting 11, with such a short turnaround, Musa Bakrar wasn't on the bench. Mm-hmm. So rumors have it that Musa Bakrar is like one step away from signing a transfer deal to somewhere other team. I forget the other team. Sorry. We should have had that information.
I'm so sad.
And then notably, Micha was on the bench this game versus the last game where he said he was distracted or had other things in his mind. But there are transfer rumors happening for Micha. So I think we were kind of talking about like he was just distracted, but this might be more something like that has to do with transfers, which I think we didn't say last time. So I think we should clarify that.
You were like, I think this might be transfer things. And I said, you're going crazy. You're crazy. Micha's not going anywhere, but turns out he might.
Yeah.
Although that source you found, I don't know who that was, and no one else posted anything like that. We just
talked about MLS really having no sources anywhere, so you got to dig deep, bro. Sometimes you're in, I don't even, what's his nationality again? Slovenian?
I don't know. Somewhere, it's some Eastern European country.
Yeah, you got to dig deep into those articles, bro, because that's all they got for you. Yeah, he's Slovenian.
Oh, nice.
And I think that was kind of it for the lineup. I think everything else was pretty standard, other than just Perea being on the wings, Fernandez starting on the right, and that's where we were.
Yeah.
But, we started off strong.
Yes.
Very strong. We had a lot of opportunities early. What did any of the, I guess, first opportunities that first half stick out to you where you felt like we could have executed?
I think it was early in the game where, Alonso Martinez had an opportunity like right in front of goal, and then it was deflected by the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
And that was tough, man. I think Alonso Martinez had a few chances in the beginning of the game that he didn't convert on.
I will say that was a corner, and I forgot who gave the header, and then they led to Martinez having a chance. But that would have been our first corner in a long time, it feels like. I feel like we're still struggling in that, like, scoring on those corners. Yeah. It would have been nice to see that go in. And then Shore had another good chance in the 13th minute. That just didn't end up happening. And then the 22nd, if you look at the highlight reel, like that first 20 minutes, it's all NYCFC basically.
Yeah.
Matt Freese had a couple big saves that first half, but that first 20 minutes was like all NYCFC, which it was good to see, because I thought we didn't play as well against Orlando, and we somehow got away with 3 points. So then you're thinking, wow, we're starting hot this game.
Yeah.
We should be able to consistently keep it going. 22nd minute happens, and we get the Perea goal. Maxi Morales with a beautiful lead pass. Perea shoots it with his right foot to the central position outside of the box, and there we go. We have the goal.
Yeah.
What'd you think of Perea?
I thought it was a great shot. It didn't have a lot of like speed to it, but it had that bounce, and it went into the goal. And it was just, I think it's just one of those things where you just see that Perea like really out hustled to that ball. Like that lead pass wasn't. I know it was a really good pass, but Perea also had to get past that defender, outrun that defender, and physically get past them. And so I think that's kind of like the strength of Perea is being able to outrun and be much more physical than maybe other people that we have in that position. Although he's not as talented with his feet. and then he's able to make that shot is nice because I feel like, especially last year, he had a lot of opportunities that he missed, and so when he gets them in, it's nice.
Let's talk about after that goal though. He starts dancing, bro. He hit the salsa like uncontrollably, like something possessed him, bro.
Bro, I put my glasses down and was like, "Is that Talis Magno? Is that Magno out there?"
So can we officially say that Andres Perea is the best dancer on the team?
Now that Magno's gone, 100%. Bro, we got a lot of Europeans on this team that don't know how to dance.
That's what we need, bro. We need Andres Perea to teach Tahanovic how to dance, bro.
Yeah, that might help his hip movement. You won't get so many fouls, bro.
Bro, he'll be dancing off players right after he gives them a big ass tackle and he gets a yellow card. But yeah, Perea with the dance moves, gotta respect it. First half was just dominant. I'm looking at the stats here. We dominated that first half. We had the better expected goal, so it was like 1.05 to their 0.43. We had 10 shots, 3 on target, and we possessed the ball more than them, 60% to their 40%. So I'm feeling good going in after that first half. I'm like, all right, we can actually come out of here with the point. I mean, 3 points. And for us, we know our away struggles. It would have been a big deal for us. And then second half happens.
Yeah.
And I don't think we played bad that second half. That's the frustrating part.
Yeah.
Like we had I thought we just had an overall solid game, and
which is crazy because last week we had an overall terrible game and we won.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this game we have what it feels like a really good performance and we got a draw. And then the 2 games behind, I felt like we also had a really great performance. We had 70% possession. We just couldn't finish. And I think that was kind of the story brought back again this week.
So so your overall storyline from this game is like we're still not finishing our chances, which is resulting in us not winning games.
Yeah, 100%.
And you know what an interesting thing is we're back to the Matt Freese is the greatest goalkeeper ever, but we're not getting clean sheets. I think it's been wait, I had the stat here. We haven't kept a clean sheet in 5 matches. Granted, Matt Freese wasn't here for all of those matches.
Yeah.
But this is our problem.
Yeah.
And then if we're not scoring multiple goals, we always end up in this thing. We either tie or we lose 2-1.
Yeah.
Which becomes our story. So I just don't want it to feel like the same storyline as every year. I feel like kind of like where we go on this spell where we can't score multiple goals.
Yeah.
I feel like we've been better about that this season, so I'm not too worried. But yes, let's get into the goal that happened against us though. 74th minute. Munoz, I think it's Munoz, has the ball.
Munoz.
He gets past a couple defenders, but then Hack is trying to clear it, and instead of clearing it, it gets deflected. Munoz takes the shot, Freeze saves it, beautiful save, and then it gets bounced to Shalloway, and he scores the goal. Because at that point, Freeze was out of the line. Like, he wasn't at the goalpost anymore, and really there was no other chance to actually block that.
Yeah.
Who do you put any blame on anybody in that particular play?
I don't know. I mean, you said Munoz got past a couple players. He got past like 4 players. It was first Maxi who put his foot in there. It was then Ojeda who put his foot in there. Then it was Thiago Martins who you thought would make the tackle. Then it was Hack who tried to make the clearance. And then he got it back and shot it. So, like, my number one thought is like, Thiago Martins should have maybe made that clear tackle, but I mean, that guy's dribbling was like pretty impeccable in that moment, and it's just not that easy. And you're crowded in that box. You have other NYCFC teammates also trying to take the ball away. Yeah, it was kind of I just think it was kind of a mess, and I think Matt Freese did his best. One thing that I want to talk about. I don't think it was any specific NYCFC player's fault. I think they all tried to make the tackle. It didn't work out. That's just a player who has really good dribbling ability and took the opportunity. An amazing deflection by Matt Freese. And not only that, but I thought, touching on what we said last week, Matt Freese leaving the line again to make that opportunity to make that save in the first place. Again, it's just a Matt Freese that's willing to leave that line and make the big saves. It's just another growing Matt Freese since he come back from the Gold Cup.
I will say, at one point, it was like... I don't even know. It was like he was not even near the box. He was like 20 feet out. And I was like, what the fuck? Matt Freese is never out this far. So it's kind of interesting to see. And I thought in the Gold Cup, he got yelled at a couple of times.
Yes.
And he's like, damn, if these guys are yelling at me, then it really isn't Martine's fault. I got to start coming out of my line more often. That's what I thought was going through his head. So we did see him come off his line, and he's starting to get out of that box a little more.
Yeah, but I think it's making him a more dangerous goalkeeper. So it's like really, it's just great to see him like become that much more reactive to where the ball is and the positioning of that. And so yeah, and then you get a lucky bounce. I think I'm gonna mess up that guy's name, Shalloway. The bounce landed right on his foot. The other Thiago Martins, Tavon Gray tried to get in front of it. Matt Freese was way too out of the box by that point because he just made the save. And it was his birthday, bro. It was his birthday goal. It happens.
You think somebody knew it was his birthday, gave him a little gift? A little 29-year-old birthday gift right now. Had some drinks with him after the game. Which player was it on NYCFC? Fess up, y'all.
Do you put the blame on anybody?
I mean, Hack attempted to clear it. I get it. It's really congested. It just shouldn't happen. Regardless, it shouldn't happen. You know what I mean?
What do you mean it shouldn't happen? What does that mean?
You had like 5 NYCFC defenders. You're telling me none of these guys could have cleared that ball better?
I just think it's not that. I saw you on Sunday playing. It's not that simple.
The most positive part of my game was the defense. A couple great clearances by me. Regardless, they get paid to do this. And I thought it was like 5 against 1, dude. It was kind of crazy. It wasn't just like one defender. So I wouldn't say like, oh, it was lack of like, oh, people were tired. No, it's like you guys were all there. You just weren't able to stop it. It was an unlucky deflection, but at the same time, we needed those 3 points, and we were the better team.
Yeah.
You got to take advantage of those times when we are the better team. The other storylines after that goal is we get Musu, and this is right after the goal, basically like 2 minutes after we get these subs. And Mike actually asked Pascal Janssen, like, oh, were these subs intentional before the goal happened? Because it was a lot more offensive attacking players. Yeah. Or was it a reaction to that? And he said, no, I kind of already had this on my mind because our forward, by that point, all our forwards saw a lot of action because we were getting a lot of actions. They were running a lot. We had a lot of opportunities. So he said, I already had it in my mind that these guys were going to get subbed in.
Yeah, and just to point out, the action isn't just the action from this game, but also the action from the previous games that they've already put a lot of minutes into.
Exactly. So what we got is in the 76th, 77th minute, we got Nico Cavallo subbing in as a defender, and then we got our 2 attackers. Seymour Reed, we know about.
Comes in for Alonso Martinez.
He had his youngest debut earlier in the season with us. And Sebastian Musu. Nobody knew who this kid was.
Bro, when he came on the pitch, I said, who's that?
Majestic.
Yo, that hair?
Cute.
Yo, handsome ass guy. I was watching the game with Maddie and I was like, that's a good looking guy. And she was like, he's not my type. I was like, stop lying to me. That man is objectively handsome.
I'm mad you're forcing her to say
I was so mad that she did not think that man was a good looking guy.
I'm pretty sure this kid's like 18, bro. No, maybe she wasn't trying to objectify him.
This is interesting. He's not 18 years old.
I did a little bit. Facts,
I did a little bit of homework.
This is great when you do some homework.
It's probably all wrong, so I'm sure someone's gonna check me. But he's 24 years old. So she's gonna double check. He doesn't believe me.
Keep talking.
But he's Italian, so he's Sebastiano Musu, Italian. Played from like some lower level Italian teams, and then played college. You know where you played? Manhattan College.
Hey, your alma mater.
I dropped out after one semester, but I was a Jasper for one semester before I dropped out. And I found the stats on when he played for Man College. 33 appearances, 88 shots, 10 goals, 8 assists. Interesting. He played mostly striker and 10. And then he joins NYCFC 2. And last year he played for NYCFC 2 and I thought I had it, but I think it was 3 goals and 2 assists and 13 appearances. That's not so bad.
Well, he's actually been playing. There was a highlight reel of Sebastian Musi. He goes
Musu. Put some respect on his name, all right? That handsome ass guy.
There was a beautiful goal by him where he did a bicycle kick with the NYCFC 2 team. It was fire. It was really, really fire. And he comes into this game not skipping a beat. It was really impressive to see how aggressive he was. And Pascal Janssen said after the game, this is kind of how he is with NYCFC too. He'll take opportunities to have those one-on-ones against defenders and take a shot. And he did that here, and he had no fear, even if he was with the NYCFC, the first team. You know what I mean?
It was interesting because you didn't think he would. You would think, all right, he's on the pitch. Maybe we'll get to see a little bit of action. But the ball was like going through him for the first 5 minutes he was on the pitch.
Yeah.
He had a shot like almost immediately when he came in. Then there was, I think, on the 85th, 86th minute, Seymour Reed. Is it Seymour? Did I just make up that first name?
No, it's Seymour.
Seymour Reed had a beautiful pass to him in the penalty box. And then he doesn't get the shot off, but he got hit hard. And then they called no penalty, which we should go back and talk about that. But then he had another shot like a couple minutes later. Like Musu made his self known in just the few minutes he got, which I thought was really impressive.
Yeah, even the play-by-play guys were like, wow, this kid really impressed on his debut.
Yeah.
Love that they actually put the debut patches now. That thing is fire.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he really impressed and he really looked part of it. One thing I loved about him, his off-the-ball movement. I felt like he was always putting himself in a great spot to get the ball and to free up other guys. It was really nice, his off-the-ball movement. It really impressed me. And I thought Reed also had a solid game. You talked about that one pass, that one to him, where it could have been a questionable call if he got fouled or not in the box. But I thought Reed shows like that raw talent. He's a big dude, so he can make real big opportunities. I just feel like if once he starts getting consistent minutes again, I think he can be a real factor, especially with Bakar leaving. I mean, hopefully we're still going to sign another striker, but I think Reed could be in that mix, and I think we're going to hopefully... I said it, like, I think the future is bright with some of these younger guys now, like looking at them more and more.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
But let's get back to that penalty.
Yeah.
Did you think it was a penalty or not?
100%. And you know what I think verified this for me?
Yeah.
So, first of all, that was a hard hit, right? And I think they said that he wasn't trying to make a play on the ball. I don't know what else you thought he was trying to do. I don't think he was there to drink some coffee and have some cookies. So I thought that was a ridiculous reason. But then, like 2 minutes later, there's a hard tackle, shoulder tackle on Maxi Morales, and they called the foul. Like, and it was a much harder tackle in that box. And then, so it's like, because it was in the box, he didn't call it. And I think that's a little bit of BS.
The only thing I will say is it didn't feel like it was shoulder to shoulder. So that part of it, I do agree. Did I feel like Musu... Am I saying it right?
It's Musu.
Oh, I can't.
Mufasa.
You're trying to make this stick. It's not happening, bro. Musu, I thought, did oversell it a little. And if you're going to oversell it, I feel like then that's when the refs... what I think it should have at least done is been reviewed. And it didn't even get viewed or they didn't even stop play at all. So
You thought he sold it? I thought he really got hit hard.
Nah, what I thought was he did get hit hard, but he was waiting for the contact to come to him instead of just striking the ball. And I think that was his downfall there, in my opinion. So we leave the game.
Wait, one more thing. I want to talk about Reed. I know you touched on Reed, that he looked good. I would say that I also wanted to agree that he did look good. But one, we have to remember he's, I think, just 18 years old, so he is really young.
Yeah.
And then two, I want to point out that I think like the way he moved with the ball was really great, but some of his shots, and I think in previous games we've seen this, there's not a lot of power on that shot. And like, you just got to step that up. And I think if he gets some power, like I keep wondering, why have we been seeing so much more Moonsif than we've seen Reed, right? And Moonsif's older, right? So he's a little bit more refined. And I think also like Moonsif has terrible shots, but he's got oomph in those shots. You know what I mean? He moons them, but at least they're strong. And I think he had a couple opportunities here where Reed shot. And it looked like I shot that ball. Like, it was so slow. So, hopefully he can step up that part of his game.
Thing why you're going to see Baccarat over Reed is Munsuf's work rate. Like, he's going to get back defensively. And he also knows, Munsuf knows a little more where to be when they are pressing, which Seymour Reed looked a little lost when they were trying to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's why you're going to still have Bakrar. Well, we know Bakrar is most likely going to be gone, but...
Do you think, like, when this stretch of games isn't as crazy as it is, do you think we're going to see more Musu? Or you think this was just a flash in the pan and we won't see Musu for a while?
I think it's going to be a while till we see Musu again. I want to see him more. I think they actually might have asked him after that, but I don't remember his response. They did ask him, like, is this going to be more of a regular thing? And I think it's more, for now, just going to be just when we have those stretch of games when they're that close.
Gotcha.
Because didn't he get signed for like a temporary thing? I don't know if they could stay for that many games. I don't know how that works. MLS
I didn't know
weird.
Musu existed until...
he was on he's on our MLS Next Pro team.
You know what? One more thing that wasn't on our agenda to talk about, but you know who we didn't see, even though everyone had tire legs? Carrizo. Bro, I don't think Carrizo's time here is going to work out.
Should you be shopping them then?
Maybe.
There was some high... I mean, everybody was high on Maximin Carrizo, so if you really want to get a return on that investment, who grew up in your academy,
yeah,
you would want to do that, right?
I'm just a little shocked, right? Because like we've seen Carrizo minimally. We have a 38-year-old Maxi Morales playing the 10 who doesn't get off the pitch. You can obviously see that he shouldn't be playing 90 minutes yet anymore. And yet we see no Carrizo. But we see Shore, we see Musu, we see Reed.
And we got Nicholas Fernandez, who's really going to play that 10 now.
Maybe.
I don't think there's a maybe. I think that's why he came into this team for. So, yes, I think we're going to see him play a 10.
Maybe. So it's like, I don't know. Maybe the Carrizo project is over for this team.
We'll see. I don't know if he's been starting for the NYCFC 2 team. But I don't know. So if somebody does, say it in the comments, because we definitely haven't been tracking it. I was going to go... Oh, did this feel like a loss or a draw to you?
I definitely felt like a loss. Because like you said, we were the better team for the majority of the game.
Yeah, but if I told you before this week or before we went on this 4-game road stretch, we're going to have a win and a draw and 1 loss after 3 games, you'd be pretty happy. Especially with our away record.
Who was the first team we played again on this away stretch?
I'll tell you right now.
I think I kind of agree because but the problem is
Charlotte. Yeah, it was Charlotte.
Yeah, I think the problem is like where we set the bar, because I would say because NYCFC sucks away, then you go, oh yeah, 1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss. Not bad. But when you put more context in there, I don't think any of those teams were in playoff contention. Maybe Charlotte FC, but barely in playoff contention. So we're looking at Sporting Kansas City,
Orlando
who was
and we beat them.
We beat Orlando. But Charlotte FC's pretty low in the totem pole. Sporting Kansas City was also very low in the totem pole. But I do think if we come out with a win on Dallas, and I think it's a successful road trip.
I think so. I mean, I think it could already kind of be considered a successful road trip.
Right now we have 4 out of 9 points.
For the road, that's actually pretty decent. I think you forget how
what
hard
happens ends up being 4 out of 12 points.
That's still pretty decent.
Because
you can leave a road, like let's say you left a 4-game road trip with 4 points. You still drew every time, which is not a terrible thing.
Okay, but if 3 of those teams were like under 10th place...
Orlando's not a bad team, dude. You're acting like...
No, but I'm talking about
3
Sporting Kansas City, FC Dallas, and we're Charlotte.
Charlotte is on a playoff contention spot, so they're ahead of us. So they're not a bad team either.
Yeah.
But I do agree, these are the points we think about later. Like, these are the points where you're like, oh, if you would have picked up those away road wins, then there's less pressure towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
But I also think it doesn't matter because it's MLS and these playoff systems are crazy. Like, yo, I think LA Galaxy still have a chance to make it to the playoffs. That's how I know, like, this thing's a mess. Those guys didn't win for like 2 months. Wait, I want to see LA Galaxy now just because I need to prove my point. No, they're still 15th. My bad. No,
No,
but
they got 14 points. No, that can't
They
be
got
right.
16 points.
They got
Yeah, that-
16 points. And the ninth place team has 28.
bro, they're gonna make the playoffs. Nah, they're not gonna make it. That's pretty bad. All right, moving on. Wait, is there anything else? We didn't talk about this game.
We had anything else on our list? Bakura's gone. Musu was cool. Reed was good. Hack. Well, I think I just wanted to point out Hack now has the starting job as center back. We know this. But also he had almost a good chance of making a goal. And I love giving Hack praise because of how much we've seen him grow. And he had that opportunity where he made the play to Perea. Then Perea
I think it was Alonso. Alonso took the shot, and then
okay, yeah. And then it deflected, and then Hack had an opportunity.
yeah.
But that Hack went from the goal to then try to take a shot. And he does that like a couple times a game.
Yeah.
And every time it's pretty deli.
let's say there's been rumors about us signing Gustavo. I think it's basically a done deal. That guy plays center back. Played with Pascal Janssen prior. What does that lead Hack to do? Does Hack go in the midfield? Because I think the reason why he's been getting so much starting time is because he can go to the midfield and the back line. But like he also progresses a lot more forward, and they like that about Hack.
Yeah.
So what's gonna happen?
I'm
Because if
wondering-
you have you can't bench Thiago Martins.
Yeah.
So then does Hack go in the midfield? Because we have a lot of midfielders too. And if when Keaton Parks come back, that's another conversation as well.
You know, they asked him. He said that he's still going to be gone for a while.
I
So,
asked him.
Oh, you did ask
Yeah.
him? Oh, good job.
What do you think? I'm just slumping it here, man. Give me credit, bro. Yeah, so I don't know what's gonna happen with Hack. It feels like he can't lose his starting job because he's been in it, but like
But if you think about it, maybe we see a little bit more
or
Kevin O'Toole, because they've been playing a lot of three in the back, right? And so maybe you get something where you have like a Kevin O'Toole player come in and out in some games, and you put Hack in there.
yeah, I mean he has shown that with Tana starting at left back or right back, so I could see that happening.
Yeah, and I would rather see Hack than Tana any day of the week.
Oh, that's a given for
Yeah.
sure. All right.
Yeah.
NYCFC versus Dallas next. What do we know about Dallas? Their head-to-head record. Dallas has 1 win. NYCFC has 3 wins and 4 draws. So we've been a pretty dominant team. I feel like I remember like every time we play these guys at home, we spank them, bro.
This wasn't the team? No, I was thinking the team that had Herrera, but that's the Dynamo. It's Houston.
Oh, wait, let me see their head-to-head. Because I just remember us spanking them at home. I don't know why. It's like ringing a bell like back in the day. No, we had a 3-3 draw again. Oh, 3-1 against them at home in 2023. So it's been a while since we played them.
Yeah, I think we're confusing them for a different team. Another Texas team.
They're 12th in the West. The positive thing is they have a horrible home record, like atrocious. Worse than they're last in the West. They only got 8 points so far at home, and they have 2 wins, 2 draws, and 7 losses.
Ooh.
Bro, if I'm a home Dallas fan, I'm not going. I'm only going to away games, bro.
Yo, can you imagine being a season ticket holder and showing up to 7 losses?
Bro, I'd be
mid season?
Bro, when we had like what was it? Cushing like lost 2 in a row at Yankee State. I was done, bro. I think everybody was like, "Nah, the season passes are done. This team's gonna crash. We're done with this team." I was so mad. Imagine 7 losses, bro. I can't even fathom that.
That's insane. At least they're consistent.
They have Lucha Acosta. You've read up some drama on this guy. What's going on with this guy? Is he in? Is he out?
You know what? That's a great question because I looked it up and I didn't write it down and I forgot most of it. But I will say what I heard was Lucho Acosta didn't play 2 weeks ago because he was because of tardiness. So they didn't have him in the game because of tardiness. Then he ended up
He's been chilling with Ojeda too much, bro. They're always running late and stuff.
And then he end up. First of all, I think he's unhappy there. I mean, he got transferred this year from Cincinnati. He's not being. I was just reading an article about it right beforehand, and he went from being one of the best players. I think he was ranked 12th in MLS of stars last year. This year he was ranked 79th, bro.
And ranked in what sense?
Just overall player. And this year he was ranked 79th. And there was an article kind of written about his contributions and how he's just not being fed the ball enough. The ball's not going through him. And FC Dallas has the third least amount of shots in the league. And you have Lucho Acosta on your team who loves to take shots and put people in deadly positions to take shots. And so the gameplay of FC Dallas doesn't match the play of Lucho Acosta. So he's really, I think, frustrated with that team, frustrated with the way the game's being played. And then I think, that goes off to other things. He was yelling at the ref. He got suspended for that. And then, there's been a lot of drama. So he hasn't played the last 3 games, and there's no injury. It's just kind of off the field drama.
I think his last one was for personal reasons.
Yeah.
What that means? What does that mean? He starts against us? I have no idea.
Yeah, but they did win last week without him,
they
right?
lost. They won 3-0 against St. Louis. They have a Musa themselves. We got a lot of Musas going on. Musu. He scored a brace last game, so it's gonna be interesting. What are the betting lines for us?
The betting lines are FC Dallas plus 150 for the win. It is plus 250 for the draw, and plus 165 for NYCFC to win. So, no one's really favorites here. But like you said, these guys are bad. Not only are they bad at actually taking shots, they're also bad at defense, right? I think you mentioned that they were one of the worst defensive teams in the league as well.
Well, yes. So the team we just played, Sporting Kansas City, is second to worst in the West with the amount of goals they've given. FC Dallas is only 1 goal difference from them with 41 goals. So these teams are pretty loose defensively, I would say, to say the least. So we have a chance. If we just finish our opportunities, this could be one of those games where we can win again on the road. Yes. And I'm telling you, we win these road games now, later on, it's going to feel so much better. We could be contesting for those top 4 spots instead of just battling for that last playoff spot. Yeah. So I feel this road trip is a huge testament to what we can do. If we come away with 7 out of the 12 points, I think that's successful. That's really, really good.
Yes.
What if we came out with the draw, though?
5 out of 12?
Yeah. Decent, but I just feel it could be such a game changer for us.
Yes.
And our momentum going forward and our momentum going into Leagues Cup, because then after that, we're going into Leagues Cup.
Yes.
What was I going to say? I forgot where I was going with that. Starting 11? Oh, wait. What are you betting?
I think because of the them being 12th in the division, Hannes Wolf got some rest. They did say that he's training with the team now.
Yep, he should be still ready to go for Dallas.
Yes, I think we come out with the win, man. I think out of the 3 away games we've had so far, we've looked really solid in 2 of them, which is crazy because neither of those we won. And so it just feels like we're in the trajectory of coming up with good play that leads to good results. And so hopefully that's the way we cap this. So I'm saying take the boys to win.
Score line?
2-0. We get that clean sheet.
That's not
Matt
happening.
Freese deserves it.
I'm going 2-1. The boys win.
Nice.
Alonso Martinez. And I don't know who else.
Musu's
not playing. I doubt Musu's playing.
I like Musu.
Alonso Martinez, Hannes Wolf, the dynamic duo right now. I love these guys right now.
No, they're awesome.
I think that's it.
I thought you sounded like you were gonna go to something.
Starting 11. What do we predict? I mean, we kind of already touched on it. I think you just put in Hannes Wolf. I really want Parks back.
I
bro.
did hear that there's a potential when people were speculating when we signed that new guy
Nicholas Fernandez.
that Nicholas Fernandez could this first start could be this game.
I don't think so. When does the transfer window open up?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure someone on Twitter said it, and I believe everything I read on Twitter.
I know. July 24th.
Yeah, exactly.
So
and our first game is July 25th, and he's training with the team already. He's here in New York, so we could see your Fernandez appearance. You see, Twitter's right again. I truly don't actually believe anything on Twitter. That's a scary place. But
he does.
the sports stuff I do.
Yeah, so there is a possibility. That'd be cool if we see him for the first time.
Yeah. Get Fernandez and Musu together on the pitch. Woo! We could see some fireworks.
We start our Leagues Cup journey next Tuesday, right?
The 29th, I think it is. Yeah.
That's going to be interesting. Who are you most excited about?
James. Wait, what are you talking about?
I have no idea. I just wanted to ask a question to look up something, and then I just was like, maybe he'll piggyback off this. You didn't give me anything to work with there.
Honestly, I have not really. I know we play James in one of those games. Don't know even if James is starting in that league. You know what I heard? Actually, I saw a headline. I didn't read the whole headline.
This guy, Twitter's his main source. He doesn't read any articles. Yo, dude, he got a Google alert once. I don't know how he got this. This is when who was it that the Red Bull signed? The guy from Man City. Why is this? De Bruyne.
De Bruyne. Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne. Yeah.
And you was like, oh my gosh, he signed with the Red Bulls. You tweet it out. You don't even read it. This guy kills me. He doesn't verify his sources.
I verify sometimes, okay?
So whenever it's a bad tweet, just know it was him. It was not me, man.
Okay. On another note, there were conversations or maybe thoughts.
There was a title.
Do you create a new kind of league that is Liga MX and MLS? Like one super league.
I would hate that.
Has that. I think that's fucking amazing. Just like in theory, I think that's great. I mean, it's a lot of teams. I think we can get rid of some of the teams here, but that's
not gonna work.
But like instead of a Leagues Cup, an actual like season that's Liga MX and MLS, like an actual season, I think that'd be kind of cool.
That would be so confusing, bro.
Why is that confusing? I'm saying like one league.
You're seeing two leagues, one MLS only, and then one thing?
No, I'm saying like one big league.
That wouldn't even work. First of all, they don't have like the same rule regulations as us, so they're already getting an advantage by that. So then you have to switch up all the rules when it comes to MLS rosters. It's a mess.
But think about it. We kept talking about you can't move MLS to the European schedule because there's not enough hot teams. You in Mexico, you can play throughout Christmas.
That's dumb. I hate all of this. I hate it all.
I think that'll be cool. We'll see what happens.
We're trying to do something where we highlight a fan every week. This is still being in the talks. We might not even post this yet, but we're talking about it here. But if you do want to get involved somehow, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Make it sound better.
Yeah. We are thinking of, our social media is a lot of us being funny and memes, but we're also thinking about shouting out some fans and kind of giving the backstory. We went drinking like a month or two ago. Well, actually, that was like 3 months ago. It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But like people were trashed and telling their story about how they became NYCFC fans. And each one of the stories were fantastic.
Yeah.
And we're like, man, this is what makes this club so cool. And we need more of this type of content. And so we want to give more of that content. So
something in the works. If you guys are down with the project, just DM us, talk to us.
Like if you want to be on it,
yes.
Is what we're saying. Because you're not making it mad clear right now what you mean. Somebody be like, yeah, I'm down. I'm down to hear about this. But yeah, if you want to be on it, I think we're going to start trying to get stories and then, then we'll do our magic.
Yes, then we'll make some magic out of it.
Yes.
All right.
Is that it?
That's it. I'm done. Right. Ladies, boys.
Peace.
And ladies. Bye.